A mom in Whitley County is speaking out tonight, saying her daughter's murder could have been prevented. Kaylin Doggendorf was only 14 when she died back in March. She was one of two victims honored at a vigil in Columbia City tonight. News Channel 15's Aisha Husney was at that vigil, and she joins us now from Studio 15 with that story.
Well, Mark, dozens attended a candlelight vigil for Kaylin and 49-year-old Deborah Hauser. Both women died in separate domestic violence incidents. Tonight, Kaylin's mom spoke to us about what could have prevented her daughter's death.
There were signs prior to what happened that if somebody would have been paying attention, they could have stepped in and gotten him help.
Lynn Beth Doggendorf still struggles with her daughter's tragic death. In March, 14-year-old Kaylin went missing. Only a day later, she was found strangled to death less than a mile from her home. A boy she knew, 17-year-old Joshua Wright, faces rape and murder charges.
I don't want anybody else to have to go through what we're going through.
Doggendorf says her daughter's death didn't have to happen. She says Wright harassed other girls before, but Kaylin stood up to him.
It could have been prevented if the school systems would have caught it, if somebody, parents or somebody, would have realized just how bad he was escalating.
Her belief brought her to an anti-domestic violence vigil at the Columbia City Courthouse. It honored Kaylin and Deborah Hauser, who was killed last year. Her husband got 65 years in prison for her death.
We have to do more to pay attention to the kids, the teenagers, and what's going on.
Doggendorf says it's important for people to learn about domestic violence in order to protect others from a similar fate and to keep the memory of victims like her daughter alive.
I was so proud of her, and she was becoming such an amazing young girl. I just don't want it to happen to anybody again.
And speaking of domestic violence, here's a staggering number for you. 1 in 4 Americans is facing some type of domestic violence right now. Last year, Indiana saw 51 people die from domestic violence. Reporting from Studio 15 tonight, I'm Aisha Husney, News Channel 15.